Let me say this right before I begin. What I'm about to say is, it may not necessarily be right. You may not even understand it. And that's fine. I don't have no problem with you not understanding it. Understanding this. This video may not be for you. What I'm trying to do is reach out to the youngins and let them know. The hell with people. Let them know that I understand. I understand what you're going through, and I can't give you a like one specific solution, but what I can do is reason with you, sit down and have a conversation with you. And that's something that a lot of people haven't done because they've given up on you and they don't care. But I took the time out to understand. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of was forced to understand the whole situation with brothers killing brothers. You understand? But it just happened. How it happened, the understanding, how I came to that understanding of why brothers are killing brothers is, I went on the detox, right? I'm still on it. I got about 3 more days to go, right? And being that I'm on this detox, I'm going through an emotional roller coaster. I'm waking up. It hasn't happened as of recent, what I'm saying, because of the fact that, the detox, I'm getting close to the end of it, but in the very beginning, I would wake up and have these cold sweats. I'm making a point, hear me out. I would wake up and have these cold sweats. And, and while I'm having these cold sweats, I'm shaking because my body is just like going through this transformation. It's basically detoxifying, getting all of the poisons out of my body, right? While in the process of that, I'm having this emotional roller coaster going on in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about all of the pain and the suffering that I'm going through, that I've taken my body through, that I've taken my mind throughout all of the years. And as I'm going through this emotional roller coaster, it's the masculinity in me that wants to hold back the tears. And while holding back the tears, that very instant, I'm telling you, I wanted to take my frustration, my emotional frustration out on someone. And that someone could have been anyone at that time. And right then and there, I knew that I was no different from these dudes that spin around the block on the ops. I know it. And then adding on to the emotional roller coaster and trying to hold back the tears and the emotion and the pain that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to take it out on someone else because we've been taught that men don't supposed to cry. We've been taught that real strong men supposed to bear everything that's thrown at them. But they didn't teach us how to take it and release it. Instead of releasing our frustration and anger out on a person, we're supposed to release that energy, that masculine energy out on weights, working out, yoga, meditation. In other words, there are a lot of men that are walking around here, young men that is, that are walking around here and they don't know how to control their emotions. On top of that, this is what I'm going through too, in which I understand that the youth is going through. While I'm detoxifying my body and becoming more alkaline, as I put fruits, raw fruits, vegetables, and nuts, pause, in my body, my testosterone levels have increased. So now I'm at the point where I've slimmed down and my testosterone levels have increased, and I became more aggressive. Way more aggressive. Short-tempered. That's what they don't explain to young black men. That testosterone is the serum in order for you to become Superman. And when you get that testosterone, when the testosterone levels are up and have increased, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to back out from a fight. 9 times out of 10, you're going to want to release that masculinity out on someone. And I'm not going to lie. Throughout these couple of weeks, I've damn near pulled my gun out a few times. I'm not going to lie. I punched a hole in the fucking wall. I almost got into it with an older man at the YMCA. These are the things that I'm not telling you all, but I'm going to admit it to you all now. That the age that I'm at, I'm thinking just like those kids. I'm telling you, ain't nothing wrong with them. They just need to be guided. Other than that, the same things that I see in me, I see in them. So, I'm not lying, man. If you were to just extract me out of, suburbia and put me in a black community where there's a whole bunch of BS going on, I probably would react the same way that they're reacting right now. Straight up. And I can admit that. I can admit that I definitely need to control my emotions, and being that my testosterone levels have increased, definitely need to control that. Straight up. So just think about it. These young cats don't know anything about testosterone. Ain't nobody teach them about that. These young cats don't know anything about controlling their emotions. Ain't nobody teach them about that. You see, when you go in a white suburbia, they got retreat camps and shit like that, where all of them meditate in a circle. And they sun gaze and they ground. They do all of that spiritual shit to bring them more on a spiritual level than a physical one. But when you're in a hostile environment and there's little to nothing to eat in the hood, because it's this thing called food deserts, where there's no fresh produce, fruits and vegetables within a 1 mile radius. It's like you got to travel outside of your community 30 minutes out in order to get some fresh fruits and vegetables. Poor or lack of education. The public school systems in the hoods are fucking horrible. And no one's doing anything about it. Whether it's the white race or the black one. And to be real with you, it's not the white race's responsibility. It's ours. So therefore, we've let our children down. We've let our race down. We have become a race full of beggars to the white man. And that's just the truth. That's a reality. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you want to call me a sellout. Because that's what you oftentimes that's what you all say. When you disagree with something that I tell you. Oh, he a sellout. That's an easy cop-out, motherfucker. That's what it is. You need to accept responsibility. Straight up. We've let our race down. We've let our children down. We've let our women down. Our women have let us down. Because it's a saying, never kick a man while he's down. And that's the reality. I'm not trying to be funny, but some of you black women have stepped over us in order to get that position that the white man has given you. Did you hear what that lady said, the DA in Atlanta? She said, we're going to use all of your rap lyrics against you in court. That is going to be her evidence. She is determined to lock up motherfuckers and give them mandatory life. And that's coming from a black female. Yo, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to shit on a black woman because I love you all. But it's the truth. You all have became our worst nightmare. Y'all are worse than a white man when it comes to us. So just think about all of this flack and all of this shit that we're getting. And to be real with you, overall America doesn't want black men to be men. That's a reality. White America suppresses black masculinity. And okay, it's okay if you him downstairs. And there's no disrespect to the LGBTQ community. None at all. But that's what they're doing. They're trying to infeminize the children, our young men. So it's okay if you are, him downstairs. It's okay if you're locked up in jail, because that's where you belong. It's okay if you're hooked on drugs. That's okay. That's crazy. The only time when things are not okay is when you hear a brother like me tell the truth. Telling the brothers, yo, we need to get together and get into the hearts and the minds of these young brothers and guide them right, because we're no different. Please stop it. Stop it, you all. Black men out there, when you say, I don't know why men are killing each other, these young men are killing each other and this and that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, motherfucker. Don't tell me you ain't never punched a hole in the wall when you got upset. Don't tell me that testosterone, that rage is not inside you. That same type of rage that those children have inside them. The only difference is between you and them, or correction, motherfucker, between us and them, is that we can somewhat control our emotions. But you ain't never looked at your boss as he was talking down to you, saying in your mind while he's talking down to you, I ought to throw this motherfucker out the window. Stop! Right there. You should understand what these kids are talking about. Yeah, true indeed. You didn't throw him out the window. Maybe if it was a 16-year-old, or rather the 16-year-old you, would have threw him out the window. Now that you're in your 30s, you got a lot to lose. So you start thinking about your children. You start thinking about your 401k plan. You start thinking about your early retirement. You start thinking about vacations. You start thinking about car notes, car insurance, all these responsibilities that you have, which stops you from throwing that motherfucker out the window. So all you black men out there that think that there's a difference between you and them, you sadly motherfucking mistaken. All of us have testosterone, and all of us, being that white America has stripped us from our manhood, guess what we doing? Now that you're not giving us the respect, we demand it. So stop it. Stop it, older black men. Stop it. You know good and goddamn well there have been many a times that you said, man, if I didn't have this job, man, if I didn't have this or that, I would have mopped that motherfucker. And you know it. How many times have y'all reached for that shit and said to yourself, damn. I'm not going to say that, because that's none of my business, and I don't think he may or may not want you all to know, so I'm not going to say it. But people that I know, motherfuckers have pulled guns out and then had to say, shit, let me put this shit back, you know what I'm saying, in my pocket or whatever, because I don't want to throw away my life. But I'm trying to get you to understand, there's no difference. The only difference is the younger people would definitely They wouldn't second guess it. They would just do that. Snap. But see, it makes sense. They have no guidance. They have nothing to live for. They have nothing to lose. So when you have nothing to lose and nothing to live for, and you demand your respect, and that testosterone is just flowing all through your body, and you're going through this emotional roller coaster because of the fact that you know shit don't supposed to be this way. You know that you supposed to, when you were younger, man, you know, I thought about being an astronaut. But now that my mom's is on crack, my father's gone, and my sister, my little baby sister, is hungry, I gotta go out there and sell drugs. I gotta go out there and do bad things to good people. I may have to rob a motherfucker. This is what we've done to our children. We've put their backs against the wall. And then told them, hey, do for self. You on your own, motherfucker. While we sitting in jail or while we going out there fucking side chicks and shit. Stop it. Stop it. Stop the bullshit. Stop trying to act like you don't know why these kids are wilding out. Straight up. I'll admit it to you all. I am no different. None. I was about to mop that old man at the YMCA. And the only reason why I didn't is because I thought about my gym membership. And I was like, yo, man, I've gone this far on my journey. And the Dow gym is state of the art. So I couldn't imagine like getting it in with that dude, and then next thing you know, I can't go to the steam room anymore. I mean, weights are weights. That's nothing. I don't go to the Dow for that. For real. You know what I'm saying? It's cool, you know, to work out on the rooftop. You take off your shirt, white girls are looking at you and shit, smiling, blinking at you and all that dumb shit. It's cool. It boosts up your confidence and all the rest of that shit. And it's not just white girls, man. You know, there are other women out there. But most times I'm not trying to be funny. I love you black women, but y'all motherfucker, y'all give us nothing. Nothing. You telling me I took off my shirt and I'm outside and I'm glossing, I'm shining and shit, you know, muscles all out and shit. You telling me you can't give me mine? But that's besides the point. I don't go to the gym for that. You know, you could go to the gym and get that shit. You could go to any gym and get that shit. But it's the sauna, the steam room, and the hot tub, especially the hot tub. That's what makes me want to, you know, go back and, you know, revisit the Dow. And that's what I thought about when I was about to mop that old white man. Cause that motherfucker, he's the type of motherfucker that, like, so he wants to help you and shit. Like, he's an ex-bodybuilder and he wanna come up to you and help you all the fucking time. And I'm like, yo, man, today ain't the day. You know what I'm saying? And I told him that shit the last time, and then he came up to me yesterday and was like, he had his hands behind his back, white dude. Older white dude. He's like probably in his 60s. He comes up to me. He didn't say good morning, none of that shit. He was like, yo, what are your goals? I said, what? He was like, what are your goals? So I had to take my earplug out to hear him. So now I'm aggravated because he's stopping me in the middle of my workout. I take out my plug, what are your goals? I said, what? He said it again. I said, motherfucker, if you don't get out my fucking face, man, all I'm trying to do is help you. Yo, get out of my face, right? So then he walks away. And I say to myself, right? Being that this guy is older, he's came up to me like 6, 7, every time he sees me, he comes up to me, right? So I said to myself, you know what? I should have nipped this shit in the bud a long time ago by just stating that I don't want to be bothered. I don't need your help or none of that, right? So I went up to him. I said, yo, listen, man, I don't need your help. If you keep on bothering me, I'm going to go downstairs and tell them that you're harassing me. He said, so why did he say that? I said, all right, I tell you what, you come back over to where I'm at, fucking with me, and I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be a problem. I warned you. You come back over here it's gonna be a problem. See, this is the problem. Motherfuckers thinking I'll be joking. But I'm not playing. And it's not a game. I'm telling you, we all got it in us. Period. That's why when I go outside, I don't fuck with nobody. Because the same type of aggressiveness and masculinity that I have in me, I know is tons of other motherfuckers. And they're ready and willing to set it off on a motherfucker like that. So, please, understand these children. Understand that you ain't no fucking different than them.